guys, we are back and this is Cars at 100. My name is Leo, and as you can see behind me we have a BMW 6 Series. This car was provided to you by Access Auto Leasing located in Brooklyn. I'm gonna put all the information in the description box, so please go check them out. Let's not waste any more time. Let's check out this car from the outside and the inside. As you can see, this is a 6 Series GRAN Coupe version, and this is 2018 model, guys. And as you can see, the design hasn't changed from the previous years, but this car was very sharp and still is since the day it was produced and released. Very good looking car. You have this very good and interesting looking door handles on this car. Very cool looking. You have a coupe, GRAN Coupe design on this car. So basically you have a pillarless doors outside, I mean in front and on the back as well. So that's pretty cool feature about this car. It's one of the most loved features, I think, on this car. A lot of people also talk about how this car looks in terms of the design. It's a GRAN Coupe. It's not really coupe, but it really looks really cool. So in order to enter this vehicle, you have this BMW key, and almost on all models you have the same looking key. You have an unlock here, lock with the BMW logo as usual. You have a trunk release by pushing and pressing and holding this button. You have panic here as well. So in order to enter vehicle, you don't need to have the key in your hand, and you can just put it in your pocket, and there is a grooved spot here which locks the car, and there is a sensors on the back of this handle that open the car as well. And at night you have this LED lights here that show you, that the vehicle is unlocked or locked, and it welcomes you this way. Very good chrome line here as well. So in order to unlock this car, you just unlock it like that. And pillarless doors here on this car. Very cool looking design on these door cards. Very high quality materials. This leather, I wish you could feel on this leather here. Very high quality, even though this is not real wood, but this feels so very well built. And you have a double stitching everywhere here. You have a Harman Kardon sound system, speakers integrated here really nicely. This car smells expensive, this car looks expensive, and this car is expensive. Almost $100,000 the way it is equipped here. This car worth every penny. M Sport side seals on the door sills. You have a high quality seats here. As you can see, very sporty position of these seats. You have a very thick steering wheel. You have a very good bolstering on these seats, high quality seats. Even though the M Sport seats, they are also very supportive, and at the same time they just speak quality to me. And you have very good adjustability. You have memory seats for 2 people. You have a very good way to show customization, and this car provides lots of customization for side bolstering, for thigh bolstering, for the lumbar support, for front, back, of course. And you have this also sporty feel on this car, so you can extend this middle section here for your legs to be comfortable. So if you're a very tall individual, this car is very comfortable gonna be for you. Wow, feels very solid. The door design of this interior is absolutely beautiful, guys. You have this enormous tablet looking screen here, which we're gonna get to in soon, and you have very good piano black type of material here. Everywhere you look in this car, it feels expensive, it feels high quality. You have a touch screen sensor here. Basically you can type in letters, so you can navigate by this. Very good feeling in all the dials, in all the buttons. Nothing feels cheap, nothing feels like it's been made halfway. Everything feels expensive, everything feels good in your hand. In terms of the dashboard, you have a digital dashboard, so as you can see right now, there is nothing on this dashboard unless we turn the car on, and soon we're gonna do that. In terms of the design, very well integrated, everything, every feature. You have lots of safety tech here, blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, parking sensors, everything is here. You have automatic headlights, you have fog lights, you have you can control everything. You have very good way to show the vents here, to integrate them. Very well laid out every feature in this car, and you have a speaker here, you have a speaker here, and pretty good way to deliver high quality expensive car by BMW. And this car feels very expensive, guys, and it feels really good. For in terms of the interior, 1 to 10, I would probably give this car a 9. In terms of the interior, I really like this car, even though it doesn't have lots of carbon fiber, as much as I like the carbon fiber, so maybe that's why I didn't give this car a 10, or because it's not a real high performance car. Maybe that's why I decided to be a little bit less on the numbering. Instead of giving it a 10, I give it a 9. But yeah, in terms of overall everything, is this car beautiful, guys. It is, wow. Alcantara headliner here, just like on M performance cars. Very good thick steering wheel. So let's get to this steering wheel. Very thick bolstering on the steering wheel here. You have a very good way of you know, holding this very comfortable feel. You have a huge paddle shifters here. On the M6, they're very thin, long lines on the paddle shifters, so very distinctive for M models only. Very good looking steering wheel, like I say. Still very prominent way to show the sporty feel to this car. You have the voice controls here, volume controls here, you have the cruise control here, you have a BMW logo here integrated very well. You have a horn that is turned on only when the car is on. So let's not waste any more time, and let's turn this car over. Let's turn this car on and see how this car sounds. And as you can see, we have a digital dashboard in front of us. Wow, car sounds really good as well. Lots of plasticky, hard plasticky materials, but they don't feel cheap in this car. They feel expensive, even though they are plastic materials. Dashboard on top feels very high quality. Leather is soft. You have a heads-up display here as well in this car. We have a brand new navigation system that is one of the most precise looking and very good in resolution screens. And BMW in 2018 has improved the screen, has improved the iDrive system even better. Before they had the leading iDrive system, now they even more improved. They put even more improvements into this navigation system and infotainment system, I'm sorry. And you know, this car feels really good. You have a USB here as well, very comfortably. You can connect your phone and you can charge it. You have a cup holders here. You have a sport. You have also Sport Plus in this car because it is a M Sport car. And the dashboard changes every time you go into different options. So if you go to Sport, the car is going to have a red look on the dashboard, implying a sporty and performance approach. When you go into Comfort, the car is going to go into regular mode, that in which it starts when you start the car. When you go to Comfort Plus, the car becomes even more comfortable. And that's one of the features that I think BMW has improved with this car. So the dampening in this car will actually be more comfortable when you drive this car, even though this car is sporty oriented. Also, you have an Eco Pro for those who want to save on gas. And here you have this very safe, very fuel efficient way to drive this car. So if you want to save gas, this is the way to have your car on. But I think this car will be driven in Sport and Sport Plus. I think I have a feeling because how it feels. And it sounds the part. Okay guys, as you can see right now, I'm sitting in the driver's seat of this BMW 640i, and very comfortable seating position in this car. I just started this car, so it gives me this very good sounding chime. Also, when I put this car in a Sport Plus mode, the car becomes stiffer in the steering wheel. You know, the car becomes more sport oriented. And in terms of the seating position, is lots of headroom here, so taller individuals gonna feel comfortable here as well. So very good way of showing coupe, but at the same time being kind of a sports car and having 4 doors. So it's a Gran Coupe after all. And in terms of the visibility, I feel like this car gets good points for me in terms of visibility, but it feels bigger than what you see. So hood is longer, the back window is almost non-existent, so back window is very small. Also, you have the option of like having the shades close the rear windows, so you can put the shades up in the back and you can lower it. You can basically put the shades on or not have the shades on. So basically you have this option of luxury as well. Very good laid out dashboard, feels very spacious inside, very big car. And we're gonna get to the back seats soon. So for the front seats, I would probably say very good sporty and luxurious feel here. Okay, as you can see guys, right now I'm sitting on the back seat of this 640i, and it feels very comfortable here. And also I'm very much towards back in the driver's seat, so there's not a lot of headroom. But at the same time, if I put a seat a little bit closer to the steering wheel, which I would be more comfortable with, so sitting behind myself would be comfortable here. There is not a lot of headroom though. Headroom is a little bit on the smaller side, because I'm 6 feet, and if anybody who's taller than me, not gonna feel comfortable here with the headroom. And there is no option to lower these seats, back seats. In terms of the quality in the back, same as in front guys. There is no shortage of high quality materials in this car, and this feels very expensive here. You have the climate controls in the back, dual climate controls in the front, but the single climate control in the back, automatic climate control. You have vents here. There is no body that can sit in the middle unless they're gonna go for short trips and you know, put legs side by side of this middle section here. But overall, in terms of the back seat quality, I would probably give this car an 8, maybe 7.5, because of shortage in the headroom here. But overall, I think it's enough headroom for 6 feet individuals. You have also dome lights here. Black headliner, feels really plush, really expensive. So in terms of the back window, as you can see here, not a lot of space guys, and I think this could be a problem for some drivers, but with having a very good screen in front, you get very good visibility of rear view camera as well on that huge screen. Okay guys, let's check out engine on this BMW 6 Series Gran Coupe. And this is that 3.0 liter turbo engine that produces 315 horsepower and 330 pound-feet of torque. It propels this car to 60 in 4.9 seconds, and it weighs 4,409 pounds overall is the curb weight of this car. Also, it has 20 miles per gallon in the city and 31 on the highway, so it's pretty efficient vehicle if you put it in Eco Pro mode. Okay guys, let's check out the trunk on this car. You open by doing this cool way like this. It's pretty cool. You also have a rear view camera here as well, so that's pretty cool. And decent trunk space. As you can see, very easy to store things. And I would probably give 8 on a scale of 10 to this trunk, just because this car is not meant so much for trunk spaces, for how good it is overall in performance and the looks.